I think that there is a misconception when it comes to slow living. And I think that people believe that in order to slow down, they either have to be retired, live in the countryside, or spend all day in a hammock reading a book, drinking tea. But for most of the women that I know and that I speak with, this is just not realistic. And I don't think it is realistic for most of us. What we really crave is a little breathing room, a little peace, a little calm, a little space to not be running around frantic day in and day out. What we crave is to just slow down a little bit so that we can be more present in our own lives. You can do anything, but not everything. The times in my life when I have felt truly disconnected from myself and from others that I really cared about were the times when I was running around from one thing to another without ever pausing and without ever being truly present in that moment. Many people start to practice slow living and slowing down because they feel this overwhelming sense of being disconnected from their own lives, from who they are, and especially from the people that they love. When life moves too fast, we can start to lose ourselves in the process. And it's hard to kind of get back to feeling grounded and connected with who we are. But when we slow down, even just a little bit, it is in these moments of stillness and slowness that we start to connect again to our authentic selves. And something really remarkable happens when we are slowing down and being more centered in who we are. It starts to trickle from us, from our inside out to all of our relationships. There is so much power in stillness and silence. As I sit and listen to the birds, the breeze, and enjoy just time with my husband, it's truly magical. And it makes me love life. Just by slowing down and being present, I can appreciate the beauty that is around me. Clarity comes when the noise fades. Maybe this week is the week that you spend 10 minutes sitting outside, just observing the clouds, listening to the sounds, or just closing your eyes and feeling the breeze on your skin. You can choose less without letting anyone down. I think a lot of times as women, we push through and take on way too many obligations because we feel like we have to. We feel like that's our job as a woman, is to be a caregiver, to be a perfect friend, to be a perfect daughter. And in that space of always trying to please everyone all the time, we get exhausted. I want you to know that it's okay to set gentle boundaries and to make yourself a little bit of a priority as well. When we say no to unnecessary obligations, things that do not align with our energy and where we want our life to go, it frees up a lot of time and energy for the things in our lives that truly matter, relationships that need and deserve nurturing, time with ourselves so we can practice self-care, so that we can unwind a little bit, because when we are the best versions of ourselves, then we can actually be fully present for others in our life. How would you feel this week if you chose to say no or to remove one unnecessary obligation? Sometimes the thing we need more than anything else is to just give ourselves permission to let go. Slow living is a nervous system shift. It doesn't necessarily mean you need an entire lifestyle overhaul. It can happen in very small ways. When we are constantly go, go, go all the time, our nervous system is all wound up and tight, and it's in this constant state of fight and flight. And it's so bad for our mental health, but also our physical health. Doing just simple actions that require you to slow down, like baking, gives your nervous system a chance to reset, to have a break, and to nurture your own body. Slowing down simply means reducing or pausing long enough that you are stopping this ongoing sense of urgency and rushing around. Try one slow, intentional action this week, whether it's baking or whether you choose to pause and breathe 3 times before you enter a room. Whatever a small action is for you, your nervous system will thank you. Slow living does not mean you have to have a perfect life or nothing on your schedule. Slow living actually works really well when you're just incorporating your activities with your energy levels. When you're tuning in and being mindful of how you're feeling each day and throughout the day, and then adjusting accordingly. When we treat each day like we have a ton of energy, day in and day out, and we wake up every day and start a sprint, but then the next day we sprint again and again, and we never account for the times when our body is sending us clues that we need to slow down and to pause. And we also never give ourselves a break to slow down. We end up getting burnt out. There is an ebb and flow to our energy levels. And when you work with the natural energy flows of everyday life to practice slow living, you actually prevent getting burnt out and overwhelmed and exhausted. Just start to tune in. And when there are those times in the day when you are spent and exhausted, you have low energy, become aware of that, honor that, and take a moment to pause and slow down. It can be sitting in your car at your lunch break and listening to some soothing music for 5 minutes, or taking 3 slow, deep breaths. You deserve a calm, peaceful, tranquil life. You don't need to be retired or to buy a house in the countryside, and you don't even need to own a hammock to start practicing slow living right now, today, in the life you already have. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a beautiful day, my friend.